Product Universe here. President Trump denounces the media uproar over the gifted plane from Qatar. This is must see.
On Qatar, has Qatar asked for anything in exchange for that $400 million luxury jumbo jet? And how can the American people be so sure that they will not in the future?
Well, I think what happens with the plane is that, we're very disappointed that it's taking Boeing so long to build a new Air Force One. We have an Air Force One that's 40 years old. And if you take a look at that compared to the new plane of the equivalent, stature at the time, it's not even the same ballgame. You look at some of the Arab countries and the planes they have parked alongside of the United States of America plane, it's like from a different planet. And it's close to 40 years old, might be more than 40 years old now. And we, when I first came in, I signed an order to get it built. I took it over from the Obama administration. They had originally agreed. I got the price down much lower. And then when the election didn't exactly work out the way that it should have, a lot of work was not done on the plane because a lot of people didn't know. They made change orders that were so stupid, so ridiculous. And it ended up being a total mess, a real mess. And when I came back, I said, by the way, what's going on with the Boeings that are coming in? Well, sir, they're way behind. And they are. They're way behind. They were way behind. Another mess that I inherited from Biden. And it's going to be a while before we get them. And I think Qatar, who has really, we've helped them a lot over the years in terms of security and safety. I think they, and very, very nicely, and I have a lot of respect for the leadership and for the leader, Qatar. And I think they knew about it because they buy Boeings. They buy a lot of Boeings. And they knew about it. And they said, we would like to do something. And if we can get a 747 as a contribution to our Defense Department to use during a couple of years while they're building the other ones, I think that was a very nice gesture. Now, I could be a stupid person and say, oh, no, we don't want a free plane. We give free things out. We'll take one, too. And it helps us out because, again, we're talking about we have 40-year-old aircraft. The money we spend, the maintenance we spend on those planes to keep them tippy-top is astronomical. You wouldn't even believe it. So I think it's a great gesture from Qatar. I appreciate it very much. I would never be one to turn down that kind of an offer. I mean, I could be a stupid person and say, no, we don't want a free, very expensive airplane. But I thought it was a great gesture. And I think it was a gesture because of the fact that we have helped and continue to, we will continue to, all of those countries, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, and others. We keep them safe. If it wasn't for us, they probably wouldn't exist right now. And I think this was just a gesture of good faith. And I don't get it. Someday it'll be like Ronald Reagan. They decommission them. They get to a certain age, they decommission them. It'll go to my library. They're talking about going to my library in years out. But I thought it was a great gesture. And it's something that was done by Ronald Reagan. They actually decommissioned the plane and he put it in his library. And it actually has made the library, I think, a Boeing 707. It's actually made the library more successful. So it was good.
Do you plan to use the plane after you leave office?
No, I don't. No, it would go directly to the library after I leave office. I wouldn't be using it. No.
That was totally must see as President Trump debunked and denounced the media's uproar over Qatar gifting the Defense Department a $400 million plane. A beautiful plane known as the Palace of the Sky. This outrage from the media blasting President Trump as corrupt is totally biased and hypocritical. Why is it biased and hypocritical, you ask? Because as President Trump said, a stupid person wouldn't accept a $400 million plane for free. Should the United States have not accepted the Statue of Liberty from France? Does France own our country because they gave us the Statue of Liberty? We give away free things to countries all the time. We have given countries so much money for foolish gifts while getting nothing in return. This saber rattling from the media over this is such a non-issue. Where was the uproar from the media when Joe Biden gave the Taliban a large gift? The large gift of everything that was in Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan. As it has been estimated, that was $7 billion worth of equipment that was left for the Taliban to take. So where was this uproar when Joe Biden gave the Taliban, the enemy we fought for 20 years in Afghanistan, $7 billion for free? And it wasn't just liquid cash, but it was tanks, planes, helicopters, armored vehicles, weapons, so much ammunition. Basically, our whole army stockpile at the base. A stockpile of equipment and weapons that is bigger than most armies of most countries. So if the media and the Democrats never made a big deal about Joe Biden gifting the Taliban $7 billion of our equipment, then this outrage right now is total baloney. The media and the Democrats choose to be mad at President Trump for accepting a gift for the Defense Department when they are never mad at America giving gifts of money through foreign aid and other waste, fraud, and abuse to foreign countries. They're blasting President Trump and are mad at him because they're looking for any way to tarnish him so that they can win the next election. They can't stand that they lost the 2024 election. That is why there is this outrage, because they can't stand President Trump for winning. Constant winning, as even now countries and corporations are trying to give America gifts to buy a favor. But little do they know, President Trump is a man that cannot be bought. He is just going to take their gifts and continue to do what he has promised to do. As Donald Trump will never stop being himself, it isn't possible for him to do something that he doesn't want to do. So these countries can keep giving the United States gifts, but Donald Trump is going to keep providing win after win for the American people, as he is making new trade deals right now every single day. He has brought down inflation dramatically. He secured the southern border, and he continues to fight for the American people every single day. As well, the President of the United States shouldn't be flying in a plane that is 40 years old and dated. He should be flying in the top-class plane. As what example does it show to the world for the president to be rolling around in a rinky-dink aircraft? He should be flying first class because America is a first-class nation. God bless President Trump for taking advantage of these foreign countries just as they took advantage of us. But that's just my 2 cents, and you're entitled to your 2 cents. If you want, share your opinion in the comments below, as all viewpoints are welcome. If you enjoyed this informational and educational video, then give the video a like and turn on my channel notifications so that you'll be notified the next time I release a new video. Thanks for watching. God bless you, and God bless America. Click on the videos on the screen to continue watching my content.